So you're probably looking at your screen right now, wondering, where did my iMac G3600 go? It's nowhere to be found. What happened? Did it die or something? No. In fact, it's right here. Now what just happened is I just installed... Hold on, where's my disk? I just installed MintPPC 11 on that iMac. So, I'm actually going to show you the process of me putting it back up there, because this is going to be insanely video worthy. Not going to time-lapse it, not going to do anything special or fancy. I'm just going to put it right here and talk about it. Now, somebody actually tried telling me that this wasn't going to work because I didn't have the most up-to-date, or I needed the most up-to-date ISO file from the website in order for the install to actually work. Otherwise, the installation would fail. And whoever that person was, I don't remember what your username is, but you were wrong, because the installation worked except for one thing, and that was the xserver xorg conf file. And that was a problem that most people have. That's something that is normal, just because it is. There are a million different configurations of iMacs, and there are a million different configurations of other PowerPC-based Macintoshes. That is just a fact of life. You're not going to get it perfect 100% of the time. What actually was going on after I installed it is it was just going blank. It was shutting the display off. And I didn't know why it was doing that. So I knew that I needed to change the xorg file. So I downloaded the first one. And that one was enough to get the display working. But what was happening was it was displaying in 4-bit color, or 8-bit color, I think is what it was actually displaying in. Either way, it wasn't displaying in particularly pretty colors. It was all blotchy and everything like that. And it wasn't actually pretty cool. It looked nice, but it wasn't the way it was supposed to be. And so I was like, okay, this isn't working. So I changed the file to the next one, and the xorg server just basically crashed and did absolutely nothing. And so that was a total bust. In total, I tried 7 different files, and by the 7th one, I finally got it working. And it jumped from not working at all to being perfect. It was like, okay, this is really odd. I don't know if it's actually going to accept a shared internet connection from my... I hate this freaking cord. This is so annoying, actually. Ah, jeez. There we go. If it's going to accept a shared internet connection or not. I don't know if it's going to accept it from FireWire. I doubt it. And I'm not sure if it's going to accept it from Ethernet. It might. I did get it working via a direct connection, though. So that's all fine and dandy. I'm trying to get this stupid thing working now. Plugging all this stuff in. I don't think you can see what I'm doing. That's better. Okay, what else was needed? Mousepad. Just over here. But it's working. And it looks just like Linux Mint. You'll see in a second. And that is something that I can definitely accept, because Linux Mint is my secondary operating system for my ThinkPad that's sitting over there. And I actually like Linux Mint. It's one of the very few Linuxes that I can use. Well, actually, okay, fine. I can use a lot of them. I use Ubuntu, and up until recently, when their crappy dash stuff totally put me off of using it, because personally, I think that if you enable a keylogger, which is technically a form of malware, and that's basically what the dash does, and as of Ubuntu 12.10, the dash basically functions as a keylogger, or the dash search feature, right? It basically functions as a keylogger. And a keylogger is a form of malware. And I'm sorry, but I will not accept that. That is terrible. And so out the door with you. Let's power it on. See if it works. Oh, you know what? You know what would be a smart idea? We can plug the damn computer in. Be a very brilliant idea. Okay, bam. Got power. There we go. We're good. Okay. On. By the way, if I haven't discussed it already, the reason why that power light is so dim, I think is because the green LED in there is burnt out. Alright. Don't know how well you can see any of that. My camera's going way out of focus. It's gonna go white again, so... Sorry for the blinking, guys. It performs a CD-ROM seek, which is interesting. But it's working. I think my hard drive is not exactly the best in the world. It is kind of slow, but that is to be expected for an old hard drive. For a PowerPC G3, running at 600 megahertz, this is actually running quite snappy. I don't know how it is on the internet. I think I can use Flash with this. Although I'm not positive. I doubt it, but maybe you can. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think you can use Flash. Link is not ready. Okay. So here we go. Here's the GUI coming up. It'll log me in a second. You can really see the problems that this particular CRT has. See, it's kind of bleeding over there. Well, I can. The camera can't see it at all. But I can see it. It's a while to start up here. And there we go. Network connection has been disconnected. Okay. Forgot to turn the power book on. Oops. And it reverted my date and time back because my clock battery is still dead. What I am going to do is stop showing that on startup because I don't need to. You can see it looks pretty cool. I actually like the way it looks. Yeah, my camera isn't going to focus, is it? Focus, please. Come on. That's better. You can see it looks basically just like Linux Mint, without all the fancy crap that's in it now. So I'm going to change the, well, first of all, I'm not going to download updates right now. I'm going to change my mouse configuration, though. Back to the way it's supposed to be, which is in the left-handed configuration, because left-handed. Get that out of there. Let's see if we get an internet connection via FireWire. Or if we just get nothing. That didn't do anything. Wired network is disconnected. That didn't do anything. So we're going to have to use an Ethernet cable, which is sort of disheartening, but what are you going to do, right? Can't really do much about it. It's Linux after all. And Linux does not accept everything. So, I'm going to fix this cable because this is terrible. That so it's put in properly. Thread it behind everything so it's not in my way. I hate this cable. There we go, it should work now. Probably not, but it should work now. I might not get an internet connection, but it should, at the very least, give me a network connection. There we go. Connection established. It's partially off my display, that's weird. So let's see if we get an internet connection. It uses Midori, which is interesting. I'm going to probably put Firefox on here. Midori, frequently asked questions. The hell? Okay, this is weird. Oh, there we go. Let's just go to Google. See what happens. Bam! We have an internet connection. I don't know if I can load Flash on this. I would doubt it. Just because I would doubt it. Let's try going to YouTube.com. We'll see what happens. Oh, that's not gonna work. Crap. That is definitely not gonna work, especially if we get the URL wrong. That's better. That's more like it. So, let's see. It's probably gonna... Oh, what the hell? Is it not gonna complain? Yes, it is. Download it from Adobe. OS X Safari. Or, sorry, no. OS 10. This is not OS 10 Safari. I'm going to try a different version. Select an operating system. This is Linux. Let's try Linux 32-bit, see what we get. That's probably not going to work at all. I'm going to try and get Flash from... Oh, get out of here. Let's try and get Flash from the software manager and see what happens. Because this is a PowerPC, right? So... I'm going to move the tripod here so I can get my chair by. Sorry for the really crappy video at the moment. I don't know how well I'm going to edit this, if I'm going to edit it at all, or if I'm just going to throw the video flat up onto... Or just... throw an intro onto the video and upload it, because that's what I normally do, actually. If I don't do editing, usually I just throw the video up. Or I cut out a lot of the video because it's way too damn long. I'm known for doing that as well. So it's gathering information about packages. It's not the fastest thing in the world. It is a 600 MHz G3 PowerPC based system. Running with a hard drive that might not be in the world's greatest shape. I'm going to change my date and time because that's irritating. That is very irritating. Terminal, system tools, time and date. Oh, that's... Oh, okay, there we go. As we wait for everything to load. Yeah, it's not really fast. It's not a performance improvement, that's for sure. Yeah, it's definitely not a performance improvement. I have to unlock it. Change a freaking date and time. Jeez. Unlock, authenticate. Yeah, a lot of you have been complaining that I'm not using a tripod. Well, there you go. There's a freaking tripod. Manual. It is... not 12:56 a.m. Oh, you know what? I think this one's wrong, too. Is it actually 12:56 a.m.? Yes, it is. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. So we'll make this 1. Or sorry, delete. One. I don't know what that was. 57. 57, leave it with the seconds, I don't care. We'll just throw the seconds down like that. We are in Canada Eastern, which is cool. And this is taking forever. Let's switch programs. And let's try and get, oh crap. Time zone. No. So this can get out of here. No! What the hell? I did not say you could do that. So let's find our time zone again. Yeah, like I said, this is really not a performance improvement. In fact, I would argue that the performance here is lackluster. On the flip side, you could argue that Mint is not exactly lightweight, which is also true. Come on. Let's just try going to C. Going all the way down to C and see what we have. We don't have the, keep in mind that we don't have the world's fastest hard drive in here, and the hard drive may be failing anyway. Oh, we can't do that. So we just have to scroll down and hope that eventually we find it. I'm sure this is very interesting. Watching me scroll through a list of time zones. Apparently our time zone is not on here. Come on, continue scrolling, please. This is really not fast at all. I'm gonna set it to America, Toronto. Or not. There we go. Come on. Once you really start running stuff, it gets quite slow. Oh wait, it's 101. So there's our date and time set, or not. Oh, what the hell? I'm pretty sure I just set the freaking date and time. Come on. Oh, I didn't show. Oh, that's why it's not working right. Because I didn't change this like I should have. 2013, it is... Yeah, it's randomly reloading the X server. It's not supposed to do that. The 2nd, today. That should set it properly. And it still didn't. It still hasn't set my date properly. Oh, there we go. Took it long enough. Flash. See what we get. I put an H in there. If I really want this to work, I might put in a faster hard drive, but I can probably use Nash. Flasm. That's interesting. A bunch of Nash stuff. Alright, cool. Come on. What are you doing? Jeez. This is not anybody's definition of a fast system. Install, please. To authenticate, because it is Linux. Then again, with macOS, you have to do that quite often too, because it's Unix-based, so. I think it might just be a byproduct of this very, very slow hard drive that this thing has. The fact that it's not exactly the world's in the best of shape at all. I'm going to end this right now because it's already up at 22 minutes, so. There you go. There is just a little basic overview of what's going to be happening, or what I've done. I've got Linux, I've got MintPPC on here. Oh yeah, there was one other thing I wanted to talk about, that's right, remembering it. Somebody was avidly stating to me that they wanted me to use Gentoo. I stated that I disliked Gentoo's UI. And I really didn't mean, I was thinking of the live DVD at this point. And but anyway, I digress. That doesn't matter at this point. They were avidly suggesting that I use Gentoo. Gentoo, at least the installation of Gentoo, uses the command line. If I really wanted to use the Linux command line, I would just download a package of Linux. Simple as that. The reason why I got this is because it has a fancy GUI on top of it. I didn't want to use this just simply for the command line. I wanted to try out a graphical Linux distribution on a Macintosh, not a text-based one. I could very easily get that. And so there's that. I'm not very pleased with Gentoo either. I don't really like it. It's a great idea, but it's not for me. We'll just leave it at that. Okay, so it's obviously not able to do Flash video yet. There are a few packages that I might still need to install. It force closed the first time I tried, which was odd. There are probably a few more packages that I'm going to need to install, which is fine by me. For some reason, I can't find Firefox. Firefox is not in Software Manager. But we have this thing called Iceweasel, which is Firefox-based, which is cool. It's Iceweasel 10.0.11. I keep doing that. That's like the 4th time I've done that. I did it twice off of camera. This is like the second time I've done it on camera. Okay. So we wait for this to start. Yeah, like I said, there are probably a few extra packages that I need to download. We do not have GIMP right off the bat. Oh wait, maybe we do. Yes, we do. We have GIMP right off the bat. GNU Image Manipulation Program, GIMP. We have both Iceweasel and Midori, as well as Transmission, which I'm going to remove because I want nothing to do with BitTorrent. And a whole bunch of ALSA mixer stuff and a whole bunch of other things. Plus the system tools. I'm going to have to run updates on this system. I know that's definitely coming. Let's try looking up Nash, which is my package that I want. Like I said, this is nobody's definition of a speed demon. It's not fast at all. That's probably because it only has 640 megabytes of memory. A very slow 15 gig hard drive. And, I mean, hell. I mean, think about it. It only has a 600 megahertz PowerPC processor. Come on. Oh, that's a dummy package, isn't it? Yeah, okay, that's a dummy package. I don't want anything to do with that. I think all of the necessary stuff is installed. Yeah, I think everything is installed. Okay. Whatever. I wasn't intending on this thing doing Flash to begin with anyway. So, there we go. That's everything that I needed to do. And, we're done here. And, that's gonna do it for this video. So, if you have your comments, feel free to leave them down below. And, this is CP666 signing off, and I hope to see you next time. Till then.